There is a kind of purchase that does not feel like spending. It happens after a long day, when the house is too quiet or too loud. Your brain wants one small sign that life is still flexible. You do not buy something huge. You order dinner or add one item to the cart. You keep a subscription because canceling it would require dealing with yourself. None of this feels like a financial decision. It feels like relief. That is why convenience spending is hard to see clearly. It does not enter like a villain. It enters like a blanket. The problem is not that convenience is bad. Sometimes it is the correct purchase. A tired parent buying prepared food is not morally worse than someone cooking. A tool that saves real time can be worth keeping. The trap begins when convenience stops being a choice and becomes the default. Think of a receipt drawer. At first, there are only a few slips: coffee, delivery, one app, a small fee, or a quick replacement. Then the drawer gets fuller. The receipts are not dramatic, so you ignore them. But together, they tell a story. The story is not that I am irresponsible. It is that I keep using money. I keep using money to smooth over the same rough places. That is much more useful. Delivery 3 nights a week may be a food problem, but it may also be an energy problem. Random online orders may be a shopping problem, but they may also be a control problem. Too many subscriptions may be a money problem, but they may also be avoidance. Canceling things forces you to admit what you no longer use. The receipt is not just proof of purchase. It is a tiny map of pressure. Instead of asking, why did I waste this? Ask, what job was this purchase doing? Was it buying time, quiet, comfort, or a way around a task? Once you know the job, you can decide whether the purchase is worth its salary. Some convenience deserves to stay. Some is just repeating itself. Look for purchases that happen when you are tired. Look for charges you forget 5 minutes later. Look for spending that solves the same problem without reducing the problem. A $5 charge can hide. $25 charges have to explain themselves. The goal is not to remove every comfort. A life with no convenience is just exhaustion. The goal is to stop letting invisible pressure write invisible receipts. The most dangerous purchases are often not the biggest ones. Big purchases create friction, you think. You compare, you feel the cost. Small purchases slide under the door because they do not trigger the same alarm. That is the power of micro spending. A delivery fee, a storage upgrade, a premium version, a late night convenience order, an automatic renewal. Each one is too small to become a household conversation. But small charges have a special advantage. They repeat without asking. This is why subscription fatigue is real. At first, every subscription solves a problem. Music, streaming, cloud storage, fitness, meal planning, a learning app, a shipping membership. But after enough renewals, the question is no longer, is this useful? The question becomes, would I choose this again today if it were not already attached to me? Default renewal is a business model built around human inertia. That does not make every subscription bad. It just means the consumer has to create the friction. Convenience has a similar pattern. It often charges what you could call a convenience tax. Not an official tax, but the extra cost paid because the day was too crowded, the task was too annoying, or the decision arrived when your energy was low. Again, this is not a moral failure. It is decision fatigue. A tired brain does not shop like a rested brain. It chooses the path with fewer steps, even when that path costs more. A good receipt audit should not only ask what you bought. It should ask when and why. Was it after work, after conflict, after skipping lunch, on Sunday night, right after payday, or during a moment when you wanted control? Patterns like that are more useful than guilt. You can keep the convenience that protects your life and remove the convenience that hides a leak. The difference is whether the purchase reduces pressure in a lasting way, or if it simply resets the same pressure for tomorrow.